David Bush, the floor is all yours, my friend.
Great. Well, excited to partner up with you, Mario and Jim. It's exciting to be able to get this challenge kicked off. I'm super pumped up about this 28-day sales and marketer health challenge. This is going to be a fun time just because, number one, the two of you rock stars are going to be helping me to lead out with it and help a whole bunch of people to get healthier. Mario, talk a little bit more about why you decided to get behind this thing and bring us all together.
Well, truth be told, this actually stemmed from the podcast that you and I recorded. And for those of you that are watching this video, you look down below and the link to the podcast will actually be inside of the notes for this video here. But I was so inspired with the idea that to be at your peak performance, to have the right type of mindset to succeed, that you've got to be healthy in various different ways. One of them is physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. All of those different components have to align in order to be able to create peak performance. And what was interesting when we were talking, David, you remember towards the end of our podcast, one of the things I said was, you know what, I want to launch a health challenge to get anybody in sales and marketing to their peak performance. And this, I was actually inspired by the discussion, particularly because my personal story, rewind 10 years ago, I was 245 pounds with a 44-inch waist, massive. Jim Cathcart is sitting back there shaking his head. I was not healthy at all, and I had to buy larger and larger and larger clothes. And here in this picture, I actually have this picture hidden in my closet. It's hung up, and all my friends laugh at me back from this age ago, from this era, if you would. But my cheeks are spilling out over the helmet if you look at this. And I remember it took two guys when I was in this experience to actually help remove the helmet off my head because it was stuck. It wouldn't come off. And this is the NASCAR experience. So I actually lost 60 pounds. And that was about 9-10 years ago. And since then, I actually gained about 30 back. And that has not been a good thing for me. Now, this is not about weight loss. This is about being healthy, right? There's a lot of things that go into health. But what I do know is this. I'm almost 40. I'll be 40 next month. I've got too much lower back pain from sitting in this exact chair here. There is this beautiful thing called a treadmill sitting right behind me. I did make progress. It used to be up. Now it's down and I've got my laptop table on top of it. So I've made progress. But I need to be, as a person, I know what it felt like to be healthier physically, mentally, emotionally, which actually brought me to better peak performance. And so for my business, M3 Junior Growth Strategies, it is all about having growth as part of our development, and also that means when we do those types of things, it means that we have the opportunity to be able to be at a peak performance. So I'm excited to launch this Sales and Marketer Health Challenge. Again, this is not about weight loss. This is really about an opportunity to be able to be at your peak performance. So Jim, I think you've got a story. I'm going to throw it over to you.
Thank you. Well, it's a lot like yours, Mario. When I was as you see in this center photo, in 1974, I was the fat guy with the mustache, 200 pounds on a 5'9" frame. And today I weigh 146, 30-inch waist. Back then I had what I called a 38 vanity, meaning I probably should have worn a 40 or 41, but I wouldn't. So I'd go and I'd squeeze into the 38 every day. And I wasn't proud of myself. That's the thing. The reason this matters for sales and marketing people is that you cannot be at the top of your game if you don't take pride in yourself. If you don't admire yourself, then it's really hard to be bold and confident and convincing when you were somebody else. So this whole thing is just about getting control over another aspect of your life that gives you a way to be at your peak as often as you can possibly do it. So you were mentioning 40, I'm 70. And I run mountain trails 3 days a week. I've been doing that since 2002.
You're making me look bad, Jim. You're making me look bad.
No, I'm not. I stopped smoking in 1974, January 25th, 1974, but who's counting? And never picked up another cigarette or cigar or anything since. I play rock and roll in nightclubs. I give speeches all over the world and write books. I'm on my 18th book now. I mean, my life is a beautiful thing for which I'm very, very grateful. But if I were to loosen my grip on health, if I were to loosen my grip on finances, things like that, some of these things could drag me into being old real rapidly. But I choose to stay young as long as I'm alive.
And I think it's important. Sorry, David, before we hand it off to you, one of the things I think is important is really to talk about, Jim, I'm so excited to have you as part of the challenge. And for those of you that don't know Jim, he's one of my one of my three friends, actually. No, I just realized that we have three friends. One of my three friends that has been inducted into the Sales and Marketing Hall of Fame. So we've got the Hall of Famer, Jim Cathcart, 18 books, expert on relationship selling, expert on motivational selling, to be motivated, actually, as a motivational speaker. And he's joined in with me for this particular challenge to help each of you guys be at your peak performance. And by the way, he's on a separate team, so me and Jim are going to have a little bit of competition, just so you know. So make sure as you go through this process, join my team, not Jim's.
Yeah, his team name is Jim Cathcart. One word.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to partner up with you two guys, and I'm just the big loser in the group. 8 years ago, I ended up losing 100 pounds, and I was a successful sales manager, regional sales manager, and got into the wild world of business ownership. And I was on top of my game in terms of the financial department. But where I was really lacking was my health. And there was a quote that was given to me. It was unauthored at the time, but it said, "To the man or woman who has health, they have many dreams, but to the man or woman who doesn't, they have but one." And it just came to a screeching halt. I ended up having back surgery in 2007, and my world got shook up because I was no longer able to perform. Even though I was doing okay, I was kind of just drifting along, kind of going down the river of what I call ordinary health habits. And it was through the inspiration of a friend of mine that challenged me to 28 days of change. I actually did a healthy lifestyle program, but I got so inspired with that 28 days that I just kept doing it 28 days at a time. And 6 months later, I was able to lose 100 pounds. And I just began to see this, what Jim and I call it, the land of opportunity in front of so many of us. Who were just basically, we were playing small, but we were bigger than we probably should have been from a physical health standpoint. 70% of Americans are overweight or obese. 1/3 of Americans are diabetic or pre-diabetic. The number one killer in America, 611,000 people a year, is heart disease. And a lot of sales and marketers are in that category. And their life is going to get cut short, and they're going to pass on some legacies of bad habits to their family members and to the legacies that are down beneath them, if they don't get challenged to change. So that's what we're doing with this health challenge. It's 28 days long. It won't kill you to participate. It'll probably end up helping you to live better if you truly participate and earn the healthy habit points that are available. There's a lot of reasons of why people are participating.
David,
go ahead, Mario.
I don't want to interrupt your flow, my friend, but could you go back the one slide? I just want to say something. I want to tell you, this is what happened to me yesterday. Went out on a walk. Supposed to be a walk. My boys went with me, 6 and 3 years old. And I think this story is going to resonate with either any of the sales and marketers that are watching this right now. I went to walk with them. And one of them decided he wanted to take his little Cadillac, my 3-year-old. He wanted to drive his little Cadillac, the Escalade. I never had anything like this. So I mean, this toy I can't even believe they have now. But I got it for them. He drove his Cadillac Escalade 5 miles an hour. That's its peak speed. 5 miles an hour, which is a light jog. Mm-hmm. We went around the block, and I had to run with him, and I was winded halfway through. I could not keep up. I had to tell him to stop. That's pretty pathetic. And so I guess my point is if you think about this, if you're in sales or marketing, we are oftentimes in our computer, we're traveling, we're on the airplane, we're in front of customers, we're whining, we're dining. We're doing all these things that prevent us from having a focused, healthy lifestyle that can make us be better if we were just a little bit healthier. Right. And so I think what's important here is that if what I just said resonates with you, and again, we're not talking about weight loss, because, you know, while maybe, yeah, I have a few extra areas that I could lose, I'm not an obese individual, but I'm not healthy. And I think that's the challenge here that I want everybody to understand, is that to be at your peak performance, it includes several components. And one of them is your physical health, including what you put into your body. And so hopefully this health challenge, this 28-day challenge, will inspire you to say, just join us, join me, join the amazing, fantastic Jim Cathcart, the well-known coach and nutritional and health expert, David Bush. Join us for 28 days. And by the way, you will win money back, win money if you actually hit your goal. So I think that's important to tell. I don't know. Sorry, David, I just had to tell that story.
David, let me jump in for a second.
Go for it.
What this boils down to is simply adding a new habit, one new habit to your life, and then other habits might grow out of that. Every day, you'll check into the website for the challenge, and you will be given a number of items that you can just click off, like read this paragraph, watch this video clip, which is like, 3-minute video clip maybe. Put in what you weighed this morning if you're tracking your weight. Notice that this is more healthy than that. It's things like that. So you click off these things, and that's what accumulates points if you're in the challenge to earn points. And that's what qualifies you also to get money back at the end of it, actually get more money than you put in. So, it's just one new habit, just checking into the website. Everything else is secondary to that. And once you develop that habit, you get up in the morning anticipating it. And you say, hey, wait a minute. And you check in, click. Yeah. Okay. Click. Got that. Yeah. Click. All right. Good. I'm good to go. Yes. Now. And you go on with your day. But what happened is you just changed your mentality a little bit more toward the health side. And that conditioning leads you to a way better way of living.
Yeah. Yeah. And David, can you just throw back up that slide, share that slide that you were just on? Because I think this is important. The challenge that I want to give out to anybody who, and first of all, you don't have to be in sales and marketing, but anybody who's watching this video and you want to live a healthier lifestyle, to be a better peak performer in your career, at home, in your relationships, whatever it might be, you also get to earn points by inviting other people. And here's the challenge I want to throw down. I want to have 5,000 people involved in our health challenge for 28 days. There are a minimum 5,000 people out there that are in sales and marketing that can absolutely be healthier and have an opportunity to win. As part of the prize. There is a prize at the end, but also to help join in on this, what's the word I'm looking for? On this, not escapade. This process to be able to transform us and help us be better and help us have a better peak performance. So 5,000 people is my goal. I'm going to crush Jim. Help me crush Jim. I'm going to crush David. I'm a fierce competitor, but Jim is my very good friend. So that having been said, I love you, Jim, but I'm still going to beat you.
Yeah, let's go through just the specifics, and then we can get everybody to jump over and get registered and tell them exactly how to do that. So as Mario was talking about, team has more healthy habit points than whatever another team has. This is not a biggest loser competition. It's the biggest winners competition, because everybody that participates can be a winner. All you have to do is basically pay the $33.99 buy-in fee. And we're going to actually have a amount that's going to go to the pool that's going to actually fund the winners pool. Once you actually have the registrations done, which our challenge is going to start on the 27th of March, and you're going to get a chance to weigh in, toes on a scale, take a picture with your smartphone, and then upload it to the website. Nobody sees that picture but the judges, not Mario, not myself, not Jim, but meltdownchallenge.com is the organizer of the site. So they'll have all of that information, and they'll be the ones who will actually judge who's the winner. You'll get a chance to choose what you want to do when you weigh in or when you weigh into the challenge. You can choose to lose 4% or more of your body weight during the 28-day challenge, or you can choose to just maintain your weight, because it's not about weight loss. If you're pregnant or get pregnant during the challenge, there's an exception, so you can completely bow out of the weight part of the challenge. You weigh in 2 days before the challenge or up to 14 days after. So if Monday the 27th you're traveling or you're busy or you don't weigh what you want to weigh, don't worry about it. You can still weigh in up to 14 days after the challenge. You don't have to weigh in. So if you're really concerned about the whole weigh-in spot, don't worry about it. You just can't be a winner in the challenge if you don't weigh in, because we are giving money back to the people who actually hit their goal. You can also register late and invite people to register late, so they can register up to 14 days after the challenge starts. They will miss some of the points that are available and some of the educational and community opportunities. So make sure that your friends and family members that are participating jump in as soon as possible to get the most benefit out of the challenge. There's a lot of tools on the website that you can use, like water logs, food logs, exercise logs, but they're completely optional. There's also customized nutritional meal plans and customized shopping lists that you can create, and all of that is basically personalized and completely optional to the individual. So as Jim said, you earn points every day. If you don't earn points every day, you can still be a winner. You need to earn 75% of the points that are available, which takes no longer than 5 minutes per day, and there's a free app to do it on the fly while you're on a call, or if you're waiting on hold, you can be going through and getting your points. There's short little daily readings, videos, and all kinds of resources to participate. And there's also some access to health coaching. So if you need somebody that's going to support you in your journey beyond this community website, that's also available. So as we wrap up here, guys, there's these 5 P's that we talk about, and it's all about participation. It's about making your health a priority and logging into the challenge if you want to get something out of it. Have a good plan to achieve the goal that you want. Partner up with people. Get people in the office. Get vendors. Get maybe some clients of yours involved in this health challenge, and bring some value that may be completely outside the box. But I can tell you this, if you help another person to get healthier, they'll thank you for life. Mm-hmm. So Mario, Jim, any final words as we wrap up today?
I'd just say look forward to the daily check-in, and everything else is committee work.
And I'll say, if you want to, 5,000 people committed to their health to be better in their career, in their families, in their relationships. 28 days. Join my team. Join Jim's team. You're going to get some fantastic information throughout this next 28 days that you wouldn't get in the public-facing environment from Jim and myself and David. And I cannot wait to see the difference between today and 28 days from now. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. David, take it away.
Hey, thanks guys for participating. If you are watching this on the show page, you can see the show notes for the link to register. If you're seeing this video on YouTube, you can check out the comments for more information. And thanks for watching.
Talk to you guys later. Take care.